morning. This is Dr. Ayala, Dean of Academics. Today I am going to take very important concept, that is the unconditional statements. The control statements, there are three parts. We already discussed about the conditional statements. Four types of if statements: simple if else, nested else if ladder, and one switch statement. That is come to the conditional statements, and another is selecting or branching. Looping statements. Come to the looping statement or iteration statement, there are three categories: while, do while, and for. Today class is unconditional statements. In unconditional statements, there are again three categories. Unconditional, the name itself is a meaning without any condition. There is no condition. In conditional statement, there is a condition. In unconditional statements, without any condition, there are three categories. The first is a go-to statement. Go-to statement. The second is break statement. Third is continue statement. There are three are come to the unconditional category under control statements. I am going to explain one by one with a clear understanding each and everything. These statements, the unconditional statements, we are using some looping statements. In all the looping statements, the looping statement what we observed, the continuous block, the block of instructions for the number of times repeated. In that condition, whether we are taking a while or do while or for loop, we are taking unconditional statement to apply in the looping statements. In this looping statement also, while you are applying break or continue, only within the loop you use only if statement, the simple if statement. Using simple if statement, then you can apply the concept of break and continue statements. In the multi-selection statements of the switch statements, we apply the break statements. What is the major difference between the go-to statements or break statement or continue statement? All are the reservoirs. Go-to is a case statement, small letters. Declare is not a valid. Go-to, break, and continue. All are the case sensitives, small letters. Those are the predefined words or reserved words. Come to the go-to statements, These are the unconditional statements. Unconditional. There is no conditional. Come to the go-to statement, wherever you can apply go-to, the reserved word, some label, go-to, some label, semicolon. The label is a valid identifier. Label is a valid identifier. Identifier means it is a variable, it is a number. Just again, take the go-to label followed by different set of instructions. Whatever instructions you are going to write it. Simply can use label, colon. This is the syntax. The same syntax, just you can apply the go-to, some label. This is a valid identifier. So whatever it may be, valid identifier, any variable you can take it. A or B or C or D, whatever, how to write framing the variables, you can put the name of the label, no problem. So go to label L. L is a label name. It is a valid variable, valid identifier. So followed by the code, we can write the code. You can start L, right? Colon, L colon, this is the L colon. Whatever the statement, what are the value statement you can apply? Printf, welcome to New Year, welcome to New Year. Whenever you can apply the go to label, right, semicolon and followed by whatever the instructions you can apply, the control check it where the label is appear. The go to label semicolon, you can start label with right colon, right, automatically check out. So the control is unconditionally transferred to this part. Whatever valid statement you can apply, whether you can apply logic, whether you can apply arithmetic instructions, whether you can apply printf, whether you can apply whatever the valid instructions you can do it. Control is unconditionally transferred to checkout where the label L. Just like you can apply go to CSE. Go to CSE. CSE is a valid variable name, valid identifier. Followed by code CSE. Right? What are the other code? Other part of the problem you can write it. Simply you can start the label CSE. Whatever you can do it, right? Printf. All CSE students are good. All CSE students are good. The control automatically transferred to this label part. Go to unconditionally. There is no condition. You can check out whatever you can do it. You can do it. Whatever you can do it, you can do it. So that is nothing but the right go to statement. Come to the right break statement. Break statements are using in two cases. One is a switch statement, right? Whenever you can apply the switch statement, and another you are using right looping statements. Any looping, for loop or while loop or do while loop. So there are two right situations. Break can be applied, right? Looping followed by while loop, do while loop, or for loop. What is meant by break? What is meant by break? Whenever you can apply the break in the reservoir, you can apply the break in the reservoir, right? The control is skipping from the block without any condition, unconditionally. Once you can apply the break, right? Immediately the control is skipping from the block without any condition. When you can apply the break in the loop, right? Without any conditions, all the right parts, all the executable statements, what are the loop you are framing for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, something you are going to do it. You can apply the break in the reservoir unconditionally. When the control comes to check out whether you can apply the break statement without any condition, skipping all the instructions. That means, suppose if you want to repeat the number of steps up to 100 for I equal to 1, I less than 100, I plus plus, right? I plus plus. You can apply if it is a mandatory. When we are applying, if it is a mandatory, I will show it the right syntax for the small example about the break statement. Just you can take it. 10 numbers you are supposed to print out. 10 numbers you are going to print out using a for loop, for example. So how do you write the right coding? Right, just you can take the simple program. I am going to print the 10 numbers. Right? In this 10 number, I will let you apply the break statement and continue statement. What is meant by break statement and what is the continue statement? What is the go to statement like? Simply you can take hash include, right? Hash include the program stdio.h. The preposition directory is a mandatory, right? Right? You can take int main. My function returns integer value int main, right? I am taking a one counter variable, right? Counter variable you can declare int I is the counter variable. Int I is the counter variable. So I is the integer variable. Int I, right? Can take in the for loop for I equal to 1. I equal to 1. This is initial value. The syntax of the for loop, initial value for I equal to 1. I less than or equal to 10. I less than or equal to 10. I plus. I plus. You can take it. You can apply this statement. Printf, right? Percentage d, right? Backslash n. Each and every line will print, right? In blue line, right? I. So this is the statement you are using a for loop. This is statement generally you are using a for loop. So continuously the control can check out I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10. I starts with 1, 1 less than equal to 10. Is it true or not? Is it true? So simply print 1. Simply print 1. Up to, right, 10 less than equal to 10. The condition is true. It's print 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. So this is the for loop. In this for loop, just you can apply the right if statement. Right? Just you can check out. Just you can use it. You can apply right for. Just you can check out for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. Right? You can apply. You can apply if I equal to 5, if I equal to 5, if I equal to 5, so one statement you can take if I equal to 5, break, you can apply the break, you can apply the break, right? You can apply the if I equal to 5, break, right? Followed by the other steps, followed by the other same steps. So whatever the steps you can take it, printf, right? Percentage, whatever it may be. Printf, what are the values you can take it? Whatever it may be. Simply you can append the break statement. Whenever you can apply, my students will clearly observe if is a mandatory for the break statement or continue statement. Again, for loop, you can apply the if statement. So the loop is continue up to 10 values. When the fifth value, so automatically it is the first value, second value, third value, fourth value. So it's okay. In the for loop again you can check out the condition. If I equal to 5, if I equal to 5, if I equal to 5, right? In this situation, the control is skipping. The control is skipping from that loop. No validation of the for loop. Unconditionally, when I equal to 5 comes, automatically the other instruction is not skipping. There is no evaluating. So completely the control transfer to the whatever loop is up to 10. But you can apply the break statement. When I equal to 5, entire statements are breakdown. Entire statements are stop. So control process skipping. There is no 5, there is no 6, there is no 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 are printing. 1, 2, 3, 4 are printing. Why? Because in the for loop you can apply the break statement. If I equal to 5, automatically when it comes to the 5, automatically control, right? Unconditionally skipping all the instructions. There is no I equal to 5, there is no I equal to 6, there is no I equal to 7, there is I equal to 8 or 9 or 10. That means you can stop, you can apply the break, you can skipping all the instructions. Because that is the validity of the break statement. While we are implementing any break statement, you can start with if is a mandatory. In the for loop, again you can apply the condition. Just like that, my dear student, just like that, you can apply the continue, the same. Just again, right? Apply the same, right? Unconditional statement continue, right? Right? Break. In this case you can check out. In this case you can check out. It's not skipping entire all the instructions. It's skipping only current iteration only. It's skipping only current iteration. That means I equal to 1 is okay. Good. I equal to 2 okay. I equal to 3 okay. I equal to 4 okay. Per loop value. When I equal to 5, it's skipping only I equal to 5. It is current instructions only skipping. The control goes to again for loop. That means I equal to 5 is only skipping. Then it can be continued from 6 onwards. Is it clear? Only I equal to 5 only break. Continue means it's also a break. It's also a break. Continue means so if I equal to 5, that is the current iteration. The current iteration is skipping. For break, entire iterations are skipping. It's clear my point. It's clear my point. And at a particular fifth value, I equal to 5 value is not right executed using continue. So that is the instruction. That current iteration is also skipping, not for entire instructions. That is the basic difference between. Break and continue. Break, you can apply the break. All instructions are skipping, but you can apply the continue. It's also just like a break, but it's only current iteration is skipping. So all the other instructions are working. So clear? So that is the go-to statement. That is the break statement. That is the continue statement. You can apply most of the programs unconditionally whenever. Right, the user wants to skipping some executable instructions while we are implementing the looping statements. We can apply the go to or break or continue. Then our program will be simplified. For example, you can take the go to statement. I asked yesterday the question whether the given number is all the numbers. Just you can check out. The number is a even or not. Simply can write check out whether the numbers is a even or not. You can apply the concept of I mod 2. I mod 2. I mod 2 equal to 0. I mod 2 equal to 0. Whether the given number divisible right by 2. Mod 2. Modulus of division is by 2. So remainder comes to 0. All of the even numbers. All of the even numbers. In that case, simply can apply the go to. Go to is a conditional true. Go to right even. Print out all the numbers are even. Else go to right not. So very simple. The logic. If it is a true, so go to even numbers. If it is a false, you can apply right. Go to not. Simply print out all numbers and all. Using the for like. At a time you are supposed to take the decisions. Right. You can perform the logic. You can apply the unconditionally go to. So print out all the numbers are even. At the same time, all the numbers are right? It's not even, all the numbers are odd. Go to even, go to odd. Just like that, you are going to perform so many programs unconditionally. Whenever the control is transferred, you can apply the go to statement and you can apply the break statement, you can apply the continue statement. Go to or break or continue are the reserved words, keywords, predefined words. Those are the comes to the third category of unconditional statements. Third category of unconditional statements. So how many controls instructions? There are conditional 5. Conditional 5. Right? Conditional 5. Selecting or branching 5. Simple if else, right? Nested if, else if ladder, switch. Come to the looping or repetitive 3. Why? 2 totally 5 plus 3 8. Again unconditional 3. So go to 8. So totally 11 control instructions or control statements. My dear students, earlier back I explained while you are simply You are listening C language, you are going to develop this C language. There are some things are required. Some things are required. There are, right? So I am going to explain the C language in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. 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 One right link section is a mandatory. One has to include STO.h is mandatory. One link section. One link section. It's a mandatory. One link section. Can apply the one link section as to include STO.h is a mandatory for you are implementing anything. Right? Then there are two things. Every right program there is a input and there is a output. Input and output, two things. Input, output, right? Input, output. Input. It's a mandatory. Input or output is a mandatory. Everything. Every function, C is a function. Whenever you are going to implement a function, it is a mandate to start each and every program at least a main, followed by the main, right? Main, and followed by the left curl and followed by the right curl. Followed by the left curl and followed by the right curl. If we can start the left curl, automatically whether you can block or anything, immediately you can close. The equal amount of the left curls and equal amount of the right curls. Come to the 4, right? There are 4 instructions you can apply. 4 instructions you can apply for every C program, may be or may not be. 4 instructions are applied. So first instruction, declarative instructions. Declaration instruction. There are several declarative instructions. There are several declarative instructions that are applied, right? Variable declaration, constant declaration, array declaration, string declaration, structure declaration, union declaration. So declare, whether local declaration, global declaration. So declaration part is the mandatory. So whatever you can apply. Declarative instructions. And come to the right, after declaration, using those variables you can do some arithmetic instructions. You can apply arithmetic. So whether addition, subtraction, multiplication, division are followed by any arithmetic instruction. You can use the arithmetic instructions. And you can apply the, so some programs you can apply the logical instructions. You can apply the logical instructions. Some more logical instructions. So A greater than B or A less than B, some logical concepts, logical instructions. And come to the control instructions. You can apply the control instructions. The different control instructions play a major role. Control instructions. My dear students, you are going to perform all the things very well. There are 5 tokens to play a major role. 5 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. 5 tokens. 5 tokens. You know the identifiers? Keywords. Constants. Operators. Special symbol. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. This is Dr. Yalla formula invented C language very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. Just you can observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula. You perform all the things very well. You will implement any logic in the very well. So this is thing, my dear students, right? Come to the right in the second unit is a bitwise operators. I already explained the bitwise operators and control instructions. This is the thing, my dear students, will be performed for the end of right 31st 2021 successfully completed our second unit. Thank you, my dear students.